Isn't that interesting, the effect on the screen? Just so one heart, one mind, one world. One heart, one mind, one world. I guess that's a picture of no opposites. I'm just going to meditate on that point of light and just see what happens. It's good to know I don't know. When you know you don't know, this is the beginning of wisdom. To don't know, when you don't know that you don't know, that's ignorance, but we've all been there. So let's meditate. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about again. I'm just hearing cicadas outside. It's really beautiful. And the motorbikes went past really fast. And I thought about his single-pointedness in riding his bike. The need for speed. One heart. One mind. One world. This is the oneness speaking. There is no enemy in this world, not one. They are all just differences. Is there such a thing as a bad person? What if I was to say to you, no? As above, so below. For to know is to not know. As above, so below. Do you see? Within the spirit of that sets you free. One heart. One mind. One world is the light of love that enlightens your world. It is the light. In truth, it is neither a question nor an answer. It neither toils nor spins. It simply sings in a harmonic convergence. It is indeed the harmony of the spheres that have spun for light years out in space and time. For we did not create the earth. We did not create the moon, nor Venus, nor Mercury, nor Mars, nor Saturn, nor Jupiter, nor Uranus, nor Pluto. These are just names we have given from Greek gods. Because we, in our need to label things, separates us from the very thing that we label. And yet beyond our solar system, which sits on the edge of a universe, we're in the Milky Way galaxy, on the outer rim. And yet we think everything that happens on this planet is important. Is that so? What if one mind, one heart, one world is the only truth? And what if that world is infinite? What if it's truly a diversity within unity? What then? We've certainly played out a lot of dramas on the earth. We still have famine. In the 21st century, people are still starving. And yet I look into the world that's created here, and people have big houses, nice cars, indebted. The umbilical cord to the economic system is very firmly put in place. Without that, we feel we have no life force. And yet, on the other side of the world, there will be those that are eking out a living, trying to survive on the streets. Some will be going through drought, some will be going through flood, poverty, and disease. In a world that's abundant, in a universe that's existing on the stream of well-being, because well-being is our true bounty, it's our true nature, it's the true nature of the universe. Everything was provided on this planet for free. Everything. The wind, the water, the nutrients, the soil, the plants, the animals. We did not create any of it. It was there as we evolved. One mind, one heart, one world would ask, who put it there? Did it fight itself in respect of this animal or that animal? Did it create a tempest over weather conditions? Or did those weather conditions simply exist in response to magnetics and temperature regulation, pressure cells, hot and cold, water movement, southern and northern oscillations? The great conveyor belt to the north that brings the cold to the warm and the warm to the cold, which is moving water, sinking salt, keeping the oceans alive. Did we create that? Did we formulate the ice caps? Did we build the planet? Did we put the molten lava in the center? Did we bring the planet to life? One mind, one heart, one world. Was in existence before we were. And yet in our don't know mind, where we don't know that we don't know, we think we are the creator of it all. And yet within some part of us, yes, there is a spark of light that knows, because we've also come from the very same source. How did I come to this world? Why in this form? Why not another? Why into the family that I had? Why into the life experience that I had and am having? Every moment unique. every life precious, every life beyond what we know. We don't know what the purpose of each life is. We might just pass that life in the street. It could be a background to our life experience, and yet in someone else's life experience, they might be in the foreground. They could be at the centre. Billions of perspectives here on this earth, and yet not of it. One mind, one heart, one world, one universe, one solar system, one galaxy, universes, I should say. Maybe there's multi-dimensions. Way beyond what we have even imagined exists. Imagine that. And when you sink into that type of perception, which is the depth of perception, you realize that you don't know anything. There's probably only one thing that I'd say that I know, and that is that I believe in love. I believe that everything has come from love on some level. And when I say on some level, I mean there's many levels of which love projects into what we call life. We did not create love. Love created us. When we're sad, we go to those we love because we need reassurance that we're okay. Because those that love us should know us. Yeah, that's not always the case, of course. Sometimes they can be the most difficult. But essentially, let's just say in a situation where this is a true love, an unselfish love, we feel automatically drawn to that because that's feeling like home for us, is where we feel loved. That's why we do things that we love. That's why we are with people that we love. That is why we're breathing, because love is the very essence of what makes us feel that we're at home. It's an essence that's never discussed as part of the human narrative in respect of all types of living and life. It's not placed at the centre of our productive system, maybe reproductive system, but certainly not production and in respect of supply and demand. Love is not at the centre of that. And yet, if love was at the centre of that, where we automatically responded to someone's needs because that's our desire is to give, which is our true nature, if that was at the centre of our civilization, everyone's needs would be met because the greatest joy is in giving, not taking. And yet one can see the distortion that exists on the earth, where people are actually not giving, they're taking, wanting more from others, forgetting their own true nature is what has happened. Because when you come from one mind, you see everyone as yourself. When you come from one heart, giving will be living. When you're in one world, competition that no longer exists, sharing becomes the dominant paradigm. Because what you give to another, you're giving to yourself. What we do to others, we do to ourselves. It's a universal law. The natural order is one of giving and taking. Exchanges would be a more accurate terminology. It is one of exchange. The moment a signal is sent out and that there is a shift, the whole knows that the signal has been sent. It's a little bit like the electromagnetic pulse from the brain signal, where you might be feeling your toes. You can do that now. Feel your fingers. That's come from a pulse. Because your body could mirror the whole. I see through the eyes. But I didn't design these eyes. This was designed. And the nose and face. So my body will send signals when something's not in balance. If I'm hungry, I'll feel to eat because the body needs the nourishment in order to keep functioning. If we're unwell, body will bring that disease out of the body. It knows. How does it know? It's programmed in. So once we get the program or the foundation right in the world, which is why often people talk of the truth, but it has to be a fundamental essence. It can't just be a concept. Yeah, as I said, one truth is that love is, and that love is generous and kind and giving, connected, nurturing. It's very essential for the unity of all life. All life is nourished and nurtured. It's in cycles and systems, and love is permeating all of that system. Different forms of life express this unifying essence in different ways. The harmony of whatever that organism is love as well. The energy system that transfers energy around the planet is love as well. The light energy that comes from the sun is love because it's nurturing, it's giving, it's free, it's selfless. The rain, when it comes, is another form of love, as everything comes to life when it's raining. Yet nobody speaks of our world as one mind, one heart, and one world, which is one love. It's like we've missed the truth of who we are. I just felt to share that because love is who I am, and I will continue to speak of love until the end of my life. And there will be moments when it's tested very sorely, when I feel very upset, when I experience the lack of love from others. But I have to keep remembering and reminding myself that truth is love. And if people are not loving, they're not in the truth. And the truth is, without love, none of us can exist. So maybe if we really want to see this beautiful world remain in homeostasis and balance, maybe the answer really is love, to love ourselves and each other unconditionally, without judgment. If a person hurts, move toward them, put your arm around them and help them. If you're ignoring them, you're just ignoring an aspect of yourself, because we are indeed all one. So I will leave you with love, of course. Everyone, no matter who they are. I will love you even if it hurts. Okay, here's my message. I send you peace, love, and oneness. That is the peace that passeth all understanding.